This is a second stimulus check update. In this video, I'm going over the $5,000 proposal, who's it for, how does it work, as well as updates with the $2,000 a month proposal and approximately when that could happen. But first, I'm David, and if you want the latest second stimulus check information, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm publishing the latest updates when it comes to how much money you'll get and when you would get it. Also, to celebrate 100,000 subscribers, I wanted to give back to my subscribers and help out with rent, groceries, bills, or anything else that could help during these hard times. There'll be more information on that later on in the video. First, let's break down this $5,000 stimulus check, how it works, and who's it for. So if we look here at Forbes, $5,000 stimulus check in exchange for slightly delayed Social Security benefits. To be clear, this isn't a proposal done by politicians. It's a proposal done by conservative scholars, which means it doesn't really hold much weight. There's no political backing yet. Basically, the way this would work, according to the Motley Fool, the government would agree to make a payment in a certain amount, and there's still not a definite amount. They're just suggesting $5,000 as a possible size. In exchange, borrowers would agree to give up the first few months of their monthly Social Security checks once they became eligible. In the interim, borrowers would pay a nominal 1 to 1.5% interest rate. Who is this for? So if you're thinking Social Security benefits, according to CNBC, generally workers have to be at least 62 years old and have worked and paid into the system for at least 10 years in order to collect benefits. So this applies to a very select few amount of people, and if you were misled into thinking that it was a $5,000 check for everybody, that is wrong. So the way this works is somebody would basically get, in this case, a $5,000 loan in exchange for not getting up to 3 months of their Social Security benefits. So in essence, they're just borrowing money from the future. So currently there is a $38 trillion in Social Security benefits that has been accrued by 2019 that has not yet been received by households. So basically they want to take that money and then use that as collateral for the $5,000 stimulus checks, which would just apply to people 62 or older. For anybody in need, of course, they're going to go for the money up front to have to pay for rent or food or anything else to survive and not worry about the future in terms of lack of benefits. Now let's talk about the $2,000 a month proposal, which would apply to a much wider audience of Americans ages 16 or older. But first, I want to let you know that I'm an independent. I'm not Republican or Democrat. I believe in values and principles on both sides. The reason why I tell you this is that the information I'm presenting you is completely unbiased and I'm just presenting the facts. With that said, let's look at this Forbes headline over here. More Democrats sign onto monthly stimulus check bill, but Republicans say no chance. So still, there's a battle between Republicans and Democrats in regards to get this proposal of $2,000 a month going. But according to Fox News, President Trump says Americans could see a second round of stimulus payments. We're talking about that. More specifically, what he says when asked about the Democratic proposal to send another round of stimulus checks, he says, we're talking about that with a number of different people. We're talking about payroll tax. I want to see various things, but we're talking about that. We're negotiating with Democrats. So this is a really good sign that President Trump is saying he's negotiating with Democrats. I think he sees the need. His priorities, top two priorities that he said before, have been payroll tax and infrastructure. If you're not familiar, let me break down this bill for you. So it's called the Emergency Money for the People Act, and basically it'll give $2,000 a month for individuals over 16 with an annual income of less than $130,000, $260,000 for married couples, and then it is $500 per child up to 3. And so that means for a family of 5, they could get $5,500 per month. Payments would be over a period of 12 months, or it could be cut down to 6 months if the unemployment rate slows down. And the way that you would get paid is either by check, direct deposit, or a prepaid debit card. Initially, when the bill came out, it had 18 co-sponsors, and then it got 28, And just Friday, it got another 8, so it is currently sitting at 36 co-sponsors of this bill. So there are actually a few other proposals which I'll go over later as well. Although there are many politicians who oppose the idea of a second stimulus check, I do think it will happen. The reason why is because Kevin Hassett, he's the White House senior economic advisor, he said that the unemployment rate could reach north of 20% by June. That's only a few weeks away. And so far, the Department of Labor has reported that 20.5 million jobs were lost in April and that the unemployment rate is 14.7% and probably rising day by day. With unemployment rising and people not able to get their unemployment checks due to delays with the states being not able to handle that much volume, bills are piling up. Something has to give. According to this poll with Forbes, 84% of Americans say they want a stimulus check, a second stimulus check. And 64% say that they will completely run out of money within 3 months or less. So there is not enough money for Americans to function with the economy shut down. No one knows when this pandemic is ending. States are opening up, but still there are big cities that are not. And I don't think this is a Democrat-Republican thing. I think it's a rich person, poor person thing. The reason why is because the people who are rich, such as congressmen, they're making $174,000 a year. With that much money, they don't really see the poverty, they don't see the struggles that people are going through of whether or not they should pay their rent or buy groceries. They don't have to deal with those decisions that a lot of Americans are making on a day-to-day basis. I think congressmen and other politicians, before they get into office and make their six-figure salary, I think they should spend at least 2 weeks among their poorest district of wherever they're from and live off a minimum wage and try to see what life is like, be with the people. Because I think people, the politicians, once they get to that level, they're so far removed from the people that they're trying to help that they don't even notice the struggles that are happening. They're living in a bubble. They have a nice house, they have a car probably paid off, an abundance of food that they don't have to worry about how much the price is to go grocery shopping or even go to a restaurant. To me, it's heartbreaking, all the comments I'm getting down below of people saying that they're on the brink of homelessness because no money is coming in, they're not getting unemployment checks, and bills are piling up. Let me know if you agree with me down below or if I'm being too harsh on politicians. According to the New York Post, let's talk about another second stimulus check proposal. So, title of this, House Democrats readying new $1.2 trillion coronavirus stimulus bill. The way this would work, this is proposed by Nancy Pelosi. So about $1 trillion for state and local governments, which many state and local officials are saying that they're going broke as their spending soars to deal with the outbreak, which is why many states are opening up because they're running out of money. Then roughly $25 billion for the U.S. Postal Service to keep them in business, and then expanded food, nutritional benefits, Medicaid funding, continuation of increased unemployment insurance payouts, as well as, it's saying it here, as well as broadband coverage for rural areas. So kids who are not in school, they're not able to get educated because they may not have a computer or afford to pay for internet, so this bill would help with that as well. Next, I want to thank you for subscribing to my channel and for all your support. And for me to give back, what I want to do is give 10 of my subscribers cash that they could use for rent, groceries, bills, or anything else during these hard times. If you want a chance to get cash, I have more details down in the description below. But really quick, to be one of 10 people for me to give cash to, you just have to do 3 things. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Comment down below #WiseFlies, and then also put your Cash App name. So I'm going to give this money through Cash App. If you're not familiar, Cash App is just like PayPal, Venmo. If you don't have Cash App, you could sign up through the link down in the description and you'll get $5 just for signing up, no money into it. This is the only video you would have to comment on, so if you comment #WiseFlies, that's how I find all the people who would want more cash. And then with your Cash App $, and then your name, then that's how I would send the money to you within seconds as soon as I announce the winner. I'm giving people a chance until Sunday, May 17th, and then I'll announce the winner on Monday, May 18th. And I want to thank you for being a part of my journey. We did this together. This is not just my accomplishment, it's yours as well. We got 100,000 subscribers together. So thank you so much for commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing to these videos. I'm happy that I was able to give you enough value for you to continue watching my videos, and that's the reason why I want to give back to you. If you want to watch more videos on stimulus updates, you could click this playlist over here or this video over here. Stay safe, take care. Hopefully get more money soon. Thank you for watching.